Well, we have a pork roast that we smoked the other day. We're going to slice it up in slices and then kind of make sure we pull off the fat. Try it in the freeze dryer, see how that turns out. We've been getting a lot of other stuff. We need some meat in our long-term storage, so we're going to try that. We'll slice them fairly thin and then pull the fat out, and then we'll see how that dries. So we're going to just start slicing it and put it on the trays. Got our trays all ready to go here, and we'll just lay them out on the trays and see how that goes. So that's kind of about how we're going to slice them, about that thick. And then we'll start, after we get them all sliced up. There is a bone in this, so we'll have to kind of cut around the bone. But we'll see how these line up. We'll make sure there's not a lot of fat in here. Don't think there is in this piece. But we'll do that, lay them out on here, and we'll... I'm going to pause this while we cut this up, and we'll come back when we get this tray filled. Well, a little bit of an update here. We have this tray full, and we got a couple more slices here, and we still have a little bit left. We're working around the bone that's in there, and we're getting the rest of that. We'll get all that deboned, so we'll probably have maybe a couple trays. Yeah. May have a little bit more, but we'll see. But probably just 2 trays of the pork. Now, as we're getting cut off, and then I look at the pieces and look for any pieces that might be fat on there, and then trim them off a little bit, because the fat or the bad pieces that you're not going to be able to chew very well, we're not putting in there anyway, because you're not going to eat them now. Why freeze dry them and try and eat them later? Well, that one roast, we end up with 3 trays. We have a little bit larger pieces on here, a little smaller, and these are the little bit smaller pieces. So if we want to put these, we can package them differently, however we want to do them. But this is what we ended up with, 3 trays out of that big roast. And we have another roast like that, so we'll do some more. We'll see how these turn out.
I cut the other one in 4s.
And we're getting ready to load the pork in the freeze dryer. And we'll freeze dry it. We'll see how long it takes, and then we'll come back once it's all freeze dried. We'll rehydrate some to see what it works like, tastes like after you've rehydrated, and see if we're going to do the rest of the pork the same way, or we might do it a little bit differently. Well, let's check our roast pork and see how that's doing. They feel like they're nice and dry. Tastes like pork, a little dry. They'll be better when they're warmed up. So I think those are done. Yeah, checking all them. They feel like they're nice and dry. So we'll package those up, and then we'll go from there. All right, those 3 trays of the pork roast, we put in 3 bags here. There's probably 2 servings in each one of those. Plus we had another, probably 1 serving here that we put in the vacuum seal bag. That'll be a little bit shorter term, but these are going to be in our long-term storage box. So now I have the pork soaking in the water. Dry it off. I put hot water in it. That rehydrated pretty well. You try one?
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Messy.
Yeah, a little messy because a little water on it, but a little barbecue sauce. I mean, just like it was when we cooked it the first time.